Good morning, children. Welcome to Sri Ramanja Vidya Mandir, a temple for learning. Children, in previous class we discussed about trigonometry. Okay, what is the relation between length and angle? What is angle? What is length? And what is the relation between length and angle? So, in order to get the relation between a length and angle, what we are using, children, the subject which is dealing with relation between length and angle is nothing but what? Trigonometry. Okay, especially deals with the angle and the specific length of triangle. Clear? If you consider a triangle, it contains some angle inside and the sides will have some length. Okay, length and angle. Length is in meters, angle will be either in degree or radian. Both are of different kind. Clear? So, how we can get relation between those two, children? By using trigonometry. Okay. So, let's continue our discussion, children, on trigonometry. Yeah. Just I will recollect what we learned in the previous class, like what is angle and how we can identify how much is the angle and all. See, children, always do remember, if single line is there, we no need to check regarding angle. We no need to bother about it. If any single line, okay, or ray or line, either ray or line, just imagine, children, single line. If only single line is there like this, what is the need to talk about angle here? Okay, another line also there, first line and second line. Even in this case also we no need to bother about angle because it doesn't exist. But one way should discuss about angle, children, when some other line meeting at the other end. Just once observe, children, this third line and first line, they are meeting at some point, right? So at this point we need to bother about what? Angle, because here angle is existing. Clear? So see, children, here we have some ray 1 and ray 2, both are meeting at a point which is nothing but vertex O, and between those two, what is there, children? Here some angle is formed. Clear? Now just imagine, just few points, children. Here is one ray. Okay, let us consider first ray. Now I am taking another ray, children. Okay, now once imagine another ray is moving like this. Clear? It will have some angle, it measures some angle. Okay, let us consider theta 1. Now still that line is moving. Now some other angle, theta 2. Still that line further it is moving like this. Now still some angle, theta 3. Further the line is moving. Further it is moving like this. Okay, now how much will be the angle, children? Let us consider some theta 4. Numerically, what are those values exactly? Let us discuss later. Clear? What I want to say is, angle between the lines, it can be varies from 0 to 360. See here, initially the line is over here, another line is here. Clear? Now the second line, what happened means, now it started moving like this, it is rotating. Now we got some angle theta 1 between the two lines. Again, if that line is moving, we get some another angle. Let us consider still that line is moving. Okay, let us consider still the line is moving, children. Still it is moving. It makes some other angle theta 3, theta 4. Like that, if you go on rotating this line, It covers how much angle, children? Here it is 0, nothing. There is no angle between these two lines, 0 degrees. Now slowly the angle is increasing. Okay, children. So we cannot specify this much, means we cannot specifically say angle between any two lines will be only this much. It's going to be this much. It can be of any range between 0 to 360. Okay. See, suppose numerically I will say this is first line and this is second line. Clear? What is the angle between these two, children? Is there any angle existing between these two? No angle, right? So what is the angle here? 0 degrees. Clear? Now this is one line and this is another line. See, children? Now here there is some angle. How much it is? 45 degree. Clear? Further change. Now how much is the angle, children? 90 degrees. Clear? Initially, since the two lines are aligned with each other, parallel to each other, there is no angle existing between them. In the next case, what happened? That second line moved. Okay. One of the line just displaced. Due to that, how much angle we got? 45 degrees. That same line displaced further. Now how much angle it made? 90 degrees. Clear? So see, children, how we can say whether it is 0, 45, 90 means we have a circle actually. Let us take a circle, children. Okay. See now, just remember this. Angle between these two lines will be 45 degrees. Angle between these two lines will be 90 degrees. Clear? Similarly, angle between these two is 90 plus 45. Okay, means what I want to say is whenever we are dividing like this, the angle between each line, between each two lines is how much? 45 degrees. Entire total angle is 360. The total 360 we divided with 45. Okay. So from here to here 45 degrees. Next to 45 plus 45 90 degrees. Next to 45 plus 90 135 degrees. Clear? Next 180 degree. Clear? From here to here. Clear, children? 45, 90, 135, 180, like that up to 270, again 360. Clear? So I am just saying here range. This range can be 0 degrees or 360 degrees. Clear? See, children, now just here angle between, let us consider this is one line, this is another line. How much it is an angle? 0. Nothing is there. Now it is 45 degrees. Okay. Now it is 90 degrees. Like that 180 degrees. Next 270 degrees. Next 270 plus 90 360. Means we can divide into either 45 degrees or 90 degrees, whatever. But what I am saying is total angle varies between 0 and 360 degrees. And angle between two parallel lines is 0 degrees. Angle between two perpendicular lines will be 90 degrees. Angle between any two perpendicular lines is how much? 90 degrees. Angle between parallel lines is how much? 0 degrees. Clear? So these two lines are what, children? Perpendicular. these two lines are perpendicular. These two lines are parallel. Angle between parallel lines is how much, children? 0. Angle between perpendicular lines is how much? 90. That perpendicular we used to represent with this symbol. Okay, children? It can be 0, 90, okay, 180. If perpendicular, 90, children. If straight means one to another like this, then it is 180 degrees. 90, 180, 270 and 360. Like that also you can divide. See here. See, children, that entire circle I divided into 4 equal parts, right? Now see. These two are perpendicular lines, right? So angle between these two lines is how much? 90 degrees. Again these two are perpendicular. Look into the circle, children. 90 degrees. Again these two lines are perpendicular to each other. Again 90 degrees. Again these two lines are perpendicular to each other. Again 90 degrees. Clear? That is the way we can divide. Okay. Suppose if it is exactly in middle between parallel and perpendicular, then that angle will be how much, children? 45. Means half of this 90. This angle is going to be how much? 45 degrees. If complete perpendicular 90, complete parallel 0, in middle of parallel and perpendicular like this, then it is how much? 45. Clear now, children? So this is regarding angle. Okay. Yeah, see, children, once observe here, this angle could be in the range of how much? 45 degrees. This angle also how much? This is a road. Means in day-to-day life where we can observe these angles and all, I am just representing. Okay, angle between this two scissor. Okay, the angle between the jaws of this crocodile and angle between these two jaws of this bird and angle between needles of this clock. So wherever, means we can't say specifically this is the angle. Means in our practical world, so many areas we will find this angle. Suppose if you look at this boat, here angle between these two edges is how much? 90. If any building was about to construct, first they will lay pillars and all. Between that layer, between the ground and that pillar, how much angle will be? Means 90 degrees exactly, or else the building will collapse. Clear? Like that, so many applications practically we can see. I am not saying exactly it varies between 0, 90, 45. It can be 135 and like 210, 270. Okay, whatever. But we need to keep in our mind that angle can be 0 to 360 degrees in between the range. Okay, it is not specifically always 90 or 45. It can be any value like 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 and 60, 90, 180 like that. Clear now, children? So these are only few examples, children. Practically if you observe at your home or outside of your home or in your school classroom, wherever, if any two lines you are observing, just to try to identify the angle between the two patterns. Okay, suppose I shown here just this board. This is considered one line, this is another line, and here the angle will be 90 degrees. Okay, like that, frame your own examples. You will get some idea regarding the angle. Angle will be always between two lines, children. Very, very important this point. If the lines are parallel, see this board, this is one line, this is one line. Okay, just consider this is one line, this is one line. There is no intersection between these two directly. There is no meeting point between these two directly. They are parallel to each other. So between this one and this one, what is the angle, children? 0. Between this side and this side, what is the angle, children? 90 degrees. Between the adjacent sides, this is adjacent for this one, adjacent. Okay, so angle between the adjacent is how much? 90 degrees. Angle between the parallel lines is how much? 0. Practically so many areas you can find. If you take a tripod, even between the tripod legs you can see the angle. Okay, for your mobile camera, Mobile camera also we can take example. Okay, that rectangle from one side to another side, adjacent sides. Okay, you can find the angle. Next, see here children, just see here, I will write some values. Here to here angle is how much? 90 degrees. Here to here how much it is? See children, it is not parallel, not perpendicular, so it is 45. Here to here how much it will be? 180 degrees children. And again here to here it could be around 30 degrees, less than 45. Clear? If they are exactly perpendicular, any two lines 90. If another line is exactly half, then 45. If less than that, it could be less than 45, like 30 degrees, 25 degrees, like that. Okay. Observe your clock, wall clock. You can identify this. Try to identify the angles. And I already explained children Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So side square. Here, suppose just a small example children, if you consider this one 8 meters, b equal to 8 and a equal to 6, how much could be c value children? We have a formula, 6 c square equal to a square plus b square. C square means this hypotenuse side is equal to side square plus side square. Just remember this triangle children. Okay, this one is C. This one is equal to square of this side is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. So here C square is equal to a square. How much value given children? A is 6, right? So 6 square plus b is how much? 8. 8 square. So this is 36 plus 64 means how much children? 100. C square is equal to 100, but C is equal to how much? Send that square to that side, it becomes square root. Okay. Now root over 100, it can be written as 10 square. Again square and root gets cancelled and C equal to how much? 10 meters. Clear? Various problems are there children based on Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So always do remember this side is hypotenuse, this side whatever is there, this is called hypotenuse. Usually for C is there no children, the side C, this is called hypotenuse. This one B is nothing but base, and this A, this is nothing but what? Perpendicular. Clear? 90 degrees. Right angle triangle children. Okay. And angle can be not always here only children. Here also you can get angle, right? This point is very important. Angle could be here or here. Okay. Small terms are there children. Before going to trigonometric ratios, I want to discuss some few points. See here. Anyway, see children, angle between these two lines will be how much? 90 degrees. Okay. And first, let us consider angle. I am taking here children. Angle theta. Okay. This is 90 degrees. And see children, remember the side which is opposite to this angle theta. The side which is opposite, quite opposite to this angle theta. This side only, no children. This is the side which is opposite to angle theta. That side is called opposite side. Okay. So this is what? Opposite side. The side which is quite adjacent to this theta. This is the one, base. Base. Okay. This is called adjacent side. For theta, when you are looking in the direction of theta, the side which is opposite to theta, that side is what children? Opposite side. Okay. In previous slide, instead of adjacent side, what is there children? Base. Instead of opposite side, what is there, children? Perpendicular. So here the important thing is identifying the sides, children. Okay, this one anyway it is what? Hypotenuse. Okay, this side is what? Hypotenuse. Clear? See, children, now same triangle. Now what I am doing means I am keeping theta here. Okay, this is anyway 90 degrees. Now just try to guess which one will be opposite side and which is going to be adjacent side, children. Just try to make a guess. Okay, so the side which is opposite to this theta, when you are looking with respect to theta, the side which is opposite to theta, the side which is opposite to this theta, that side is nothing but what, children? This one only, no? Opposite side. Clear? And this one is going to be what, children? The side which is adjacent to this theta. Adjacent side. And the side joining these two, which is nothing but hypotenuse. Okay, children? So when you are taking a right angle, see, children, in triangles there are different types. Now we no need to consider all those. I am just applying Pythagoras theorem or and trigonometric ratios also there for right angle triangle. As far as physics is considered, just go through right angle triangle. Clear? Triangle in the sense three sides. It is a combination of three sides. Okay, and angle between any two sides will be how much? 90. Angle between any two sides should be how much? 90 degrees. Clear? That type of triangle is nothing but right angled triangle. Remember this. Next. Now this theta, it could be in as per the question, children. In questions always you may not find theta here. It could be here also. Okay. So whatever it is, after getting the triangle, after identifying that theta, what we should do? We need to look towards means with respect to theta, which side is opposite. Okay, among all these three sides, the side which is opposite to theta, that side is what? Opposite side. Okay, for me, if I am saying for me this is opposite, right? So this side is opposite side for me. Okay, for me, now I am looking at this board. This side is what? Opposite for me. So for me this is opposite side. Suppose theta is there here. For theta also this one will be what? Opposite side. Okay, and this one will be what? Adjacent side. Clear? With respect to theta I am saying. Clear? I will give another triangle, children. See now, anyway this is 90 degrees. Now suppose if I keep angle here, theta, then what is opposite side, children? In this triangle, what is opposite side? See which is opposite to this theta, this one, right? For this theta, this is the opposite side. So this is opposite side. This one is what, children? Adjacent side. This one is what? Hypotenuse. Clear? suppose you have in this manner, and here is theta. Now which side could be opposite side, children? In this triangle, which one is opposite side? This one, right? With respect to theta, which is opposite? This one. So this is what? Opposite side. Okay, this is adjacent. This is hypotenuse. Clear? Now trigonometric ratios, children. Yeah, see here there are terms which we need to remember. Sine, SINs, theta, next cos, theta, next tan, tan theta. Okay, children, these three terms we need to remember. Okay, sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. We need to remember. So what is sin theta? What is the relation between right angle triangle and sin theta? What is cos theta and what is its relation with right angle triangle? What is tan theta and what is its relation with right angle triangle? See, children, these are just names. Okay. There isn't any physical significance. These are just representations, just a name. Clear? See here. What is sin theta? What is sin theta? Opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side by hypotenuse. We will get some value, right? See, opposite side, it could be some 8 meters. Hypotenuse could be 10. So if you divide that opposite to hypotenuse, opposite by hypotenuse, you will get some value, right? That value is nothing but it will be equal to sin theta. Next, cos theta. Cos theta is nothing but what, children? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Tan theta. Tan theta is nothing but what? Opposite by adjacent. See, children, again I am repeating. If you consider right angle triangle, okay, it will have opposite side, adjacent side, and a hypotenuse. Suppose if you want sin theta, clear? See, children, this entire trigonometry, okay, basic means the terminologies which we use is this sin theta, cos theta, and tan theta. These trigonometric terms only. Clear? Basing on these terms, we use to make all these simplifications. We need to remember. Clear? See, children, this is theta, right? This is opposite side. Okay, so sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. I will take an example, children. You will get idea. So here I took a triangle and this is 10, 6, 8. Okay, this is theta. Now see, children, for this right angle triangle, suppose if I want to find what is the value of sin theta, trigonometric ratio sin theta, suppose if I want to find, what is the formula I should use here? Sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. See, children, in depth regarding what is this sin theta, cos theta, means in detail, complete details, you will learn in detailed manner in your mathematics. Okay, in mathematics you will get this lesson obviously. Here just a simple terms which are useful for us, which are important in as far as physics is considered. Only those things I am saying, just remember. Okay, if you remember these trigonometric ratios, okay, and Pythagoras theorem and identifying these angles, that's enough as far as means for this trigonometric part. In this lesson we no need to go through all the parts, all trigonometric identities and all. Just remember these terms, simple things: trigonometric ratio, how to solve; Pythagoras theorem, how to apply; and angles, how to identify the sides. That's it. Clear? So first thing children, sine theta. We need to find what is sine theta. Sine theta is equal to what? Opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite by hypotenuse. So in this triangle, what is opposite side children? See towards this theta. What is their opposite turn? 8. By what is hypotenuse? This one only, no children. So 2 4s are 2 5s are. So therefore sine theta is equal to how much? 4 by 5. That's it. Clear? Suppose if I want trigonometric ratio cos theta. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. This is the formula children. Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Okay. So what is adjacent side here? Adjacent side is 6, right? 6 by what is hypotenuse? 10. 2 3s are 2 5s are. Therefore cos theta is equal to how much? For this triangle trigonometric ratio cos theta is equal to 3 by 5. Clear children? Suppose if you want tan theta. See children, tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. What is opposite side here? 8. What is adjacent side? 6. 2 4s are 2 3s are. Therefore tan theta is equal to how much we got? Tan theta. Four by 3. So for this right angled triangle, first what we learn children? First we need to identify whether it is right angle triangle or not. First we need to check whether the given triangle right angle triangle or not. Okay. So in physics obviously you will get right angle triangle only, and identify the sides, that is important. Check where that angle is there, theta, and identify sides. Side. Clear? So side, opposite side, adjacent side, and hypotenuse. Fine. Next step. You need to remember formulas, trigonometric ratios. Sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. What is opposite side children? 8. What is hypotenuse? 10. So 8 by 10, which is nothing but 4 by 5. That is sin theta. Cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. What is adjacent side here? 6. What is hypotenuse? 10. So 6 by 10. Tan theta. Tan theta equal to how much children? What is the formula? Opposite by adjacent. That is equal to what? 8 by 6. That is nothing but 4 by 3. Let's take another problem children. And here this is theta, and 5 3 4 like previous. So see children, here sin theta, we need to find sin theta. Sin theta is equal to what? Opposite by hypotenuse. Next, cos theta is equal to adjacent A by hypotenuse h. Tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. So now just replace these values. What is opposite children? 4. For this triangle, what is opposite side? this side only now. So here this one is opposite, this one is adjacent, this one is hypotenuse. Clear? So what is opposite side? 4. By what is hypotenuse? 5. 4 by 5. Next, what is adjacent side, children? Cos theta equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent side is 3, hypotenuse is 5. Next, tan theta equal to opposite by adjacent. Opposite is 4, adjacent is 3. Clear, children? Just we need to remember these 3 and identification of the sides. Clear? Up to here it's enough, children, in order to get into our physics actual lessons. And see, children, we can do reverse also actually. Suppose if the question is sin theta is equal to, see children, reverse I will do. Sin theta is equal to 4 by 5. Suppose this is a given question for you. Clear? Sin theta is equal to 4 by 5. Okay. And the question is, find what is tan theta. If sin theta is equal to 4 by 5, find out what is tan theta. If sin theta is 4 by 5, what is tan theta? Very, very simple, children. Very, very simple. Sin theta is equal to actually what it is? 4 by 5 is a given value, numerical. But actually, what is the formula? Sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, right? Opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite side is 4, hypotenuse is 5. Clear? So here, just first draw a triangle, children. If you make a triangle, problem becomes simpler. What is opposite side here? This is theta. Opposite side is 4 by hypotenuse is 5. Okay. What we should find, children? Tan theta. Tan theta is equal to what is the formula? Opposite by adjacent. So here our task is to find what is this adjacent side. A. This A is equal to how much? If we can find this, we can get tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. Finish. The problem completed. So again I will repeat, children. The question is sin theta, if sin theta equal to 4 by 5, tan theta is equal to how much? Clear? See, children, once. You can remember like this also. SOH. SOH. SOH in the sense S is equal to O by H. S is equal to O by H means sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. CAH, okay, means cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. TOA means tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. SOH, CAH, TOA. Okay. Sin theta equal to SOH means sin theta equal to opposite by hypotenuse. See, children, here sin theta equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Cos theta equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. For sin theta opposite will come. For cos theta adjacent will come. For tan theta, this opposite by this adjacent. Hypotenuse doesn't exist. In tan theta there is no hypotenuse term. Okay. Opposite by adjacent. That is tan theta. Means like this also you can remember. Okay. SOH means sin theta equal to opposite by hypotenuse. CAH means cos theta equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. TOA means tan theta equal to opposite by adjacent. See, children, don't means what is sin theta actually, what is the meaning of sin theta, from where it exists and all. For us that's not that much important thing now. Only we need to get idea regarding how to calculate. Simplifications. Clear? In depth the details regarding this trigonometry and all you will learn in your mathematics subject. Clear? Okay, children. So we need to find this adjacent side. Come back. So how we can find? By using Pythagoras theorem, right? What is Pythagoras theorem, children? Hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square, or c square is equal to b square plus a square. The thing is, hypotenuse side there are no children, 5. 5 square is equal to 4 square plus, we need to find a square. 25 is equal to 16 plus a square. So a square is equal to how much, children? 25 minus 16, which is nothing but 9. A equal to how much? Root over 9, which is nothing but 3. So adjacent is how much? 3. Okay. Now we have all the values, right? We have opposite side, adjacent side, and hypotenuse. So let's write what is tan theta is equal to. So tan theta is equal to how much, children? Opposite by adjacent. What is opposite side here? 4. What is adjacent side we got now? 3. That's it. Problem completed. Clear, children? See here, in previous problem, that is the value we got. Tan theta 4 by 3. Suppose if you have triangle, you can calculate sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. Suppose if you have sin theta, cos theta terms, you can get triangle also. Clear? Let's do another one. Let us take see, children, the question is, if sine 37 degrees is equal to 3 by 5, tan 37 is equal to how much? See, children, same problem, just I added here instead of theta 37, that's it. We don't have anything regarding that 37. Just this angle, children. Angle is how much? 37. Clear? So what is the question there? Sin 37 equal to 3 by 5. Sin 37 is equal to how much? 3 by 5. What is sin theta, children? Sin theta equal to opposite by hypotenuse, right? Sin theta is equal to what? Opposite by hypotenuse. So what is opposite side here? 3. Hypotenuse is how much? 5. Opposite is 3. Hypotenuse 5. What we should find? Tan. Tan theta equal to what is the value, children? What is the formula? Tan 37. Simply nothing but what? Tan theta equal to opposite by adjacent, right? But we don't have adjacent value. Just we are going to find now. See, children, again we need to find what? Adjacent side. How we can find that adjacent side? See, in order to find tan 37, what is the formula? Opposite by adjacent. We have opposite by hypotenuse, but not opposite adjacent. We have opposite side, that is 3, hypotenuse 5. Clear? But we are not having what? Adjacent side value. So we need to find that adjacent now. How we can find? By using Pythagoras theorem. What it is? C square equal to a square plus b square, or b square plus a square, whatever. And what is in place of c? What is there, children, here? 5. So 5 square is equal to what is a, children, here? Take some 3 square and b square. 25 is equal to 9 plus b square. So b square equal to 25 minus 9, which is equal to 16. B square equal to, so from here what do we got, children? B square equal to 16. From here b equal to how much? 4 only, now root over 16. So now adjacent side how much? In this case how much is the adjacent side, children? 4. Opposite side is how much? 3. So how much is the answer? 3 by 4. Not only tan theta, children, even we can find cos theta also. What is cos theta? Adjacent by hypotenuse, right? So what is adjacent here? Now only we got 4. What is hypotenuse here? 5. 4 by 5. Clear, children? Instead of 37, sometimes you will get 53 also, 60 and 30, whatever. Okay, just take that one as theta. Okay, so theta sine 37 equal to 3 by 5, in the sense sine theta equal to 3 by 5. 3 is opposite side, 5 is hypotenuse side. We need to find what is tan theta. We know that tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. We know that tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. We don't have adjacent value. So first we need to find what is adjacent. For that I am using what? Pythagoras theorem. Here we need to take a right angle triangle. We need to mark opposite side, adjacent side and hypotenuse side. So currently we have sin theta value, that is opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite is 3, hypotenuse is 5. We need to find adjacent. So by using Pythagoras theorem, I just replaced these values, children. Okay, so ultimate we got adjacent side as 4. How much, children? 4. So tan theta equal to, since tan theta equal to opposite by adjacent, adjacent value is 4 and opposite is 3. That's it, 3 by 4. Clear, children? So the models whichever are required for our physics from this trigonometry topic we just covered. Okay, children? Okay. So this is how to application of trigonometric ratios, children. Okay. So up to in kinematics, the topic like a displacement and relative velocity, and even in Newton's laws of motion also. Okay, in these topics we use this entire concept whatever we learned in this session. Clear, children? So that's all for today's session. Let's meet in our next session. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.